We are about to do your vocabulary for Unit 3. We're going to start with the word coefficient. A coefficient is a number that is attached to a variable. It is attached to a variable, and it means to multiply the variable by that number. Bless you. It is attached to a variable, and that variable, or it means to multiply the variable by that number. Okay? For example, if I had 5x plus 6, if I had 5x plus 6, the 5 is what's attached to the variable, so it is the coefficient. It is multiplied by the variable, okay? If I had 3z plus 2, the 3 is attached to the variable z, and it is multiplied by that variable, so the 3 is the coefficient, okay? If I did 12x plus 6 equals 3x, we would have two coefficients in this one. 12 is one of them. 3 is the other one. They are both attached to a variable. They are both multiplied by a variable, okay? Now, a constant is a fixed number that is not, all caps, real important, it is not attached to a variable in an equation or expression. This number will be added or subtracted. This number will be added or subtracted, okay? So if I stick with the same ones or the same examples from before, in 5x plus 6, the 6 is not attached to a variable. It's just added in the equation, or sorry, in the expression, okay? If I had 3x plus 2, the 2 is not attached to a variable, but it is added in the expression. In the other example, 12x plus 6 equals 3x. That 6 is the number that is not attached to a variable. Okay. An equation. An equation is when two mathematical sentences that include numbers and or letters, and they are attached by an equal sign. It's when you have two mathematical sentences that include numbers and or letters, and they are attached by an equal sign. For example, 3x plus 7, that is a mathematical sentence. 2x plus 4 is a mathematical sentence. When I place an equal sign in the middle, it just became an equation. Okay? I have two mathematical sentences, and I have an equal sign. And inequality. Inequality is next. An inequality is simply two mathematical sentences that include numbers and or letters, and they are attached by an inequality symbol. I'm going to write it below the blank because I write kind of big. but instead of an equal sign, they are attached by an inequality symbol. They are attached by an inequality symbol. Let's have a quick refresher on what an inequality symbol is, okay? What does that symbol right there mean? It means greater than. I'm gonna put a G or a no. It means greater than. What about that symbol right there? Less than. What about that with two equal signs below it? This one is greater than or equal to. What about that little buddy right there? Less than or equal to. Okay? Now those are the inequality symbols. Let's get an example of an inequality. Gotta scoot it over. If I had 8x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 5, that is an example of an inequality. It is an inequality. Moving on. Order of operations. Order of operations. That is the order in which complex mathematical problems are done. It's the order in which complex mathematical problems are done. When somebody speaks of order of operations, what strategy were you taught to use? Do you remember? PEMDAS, thank you. It is PEMDAS. When you're doing PEMDAS, I need you to remember, it's not the color I wanted, that multiplication and division go together. Addition and subtraction go together, okay? I need you to remember that we do multiplication and division from left to right, addition and subtraction from left to right. Got it? Now, solution set. A solution set is the set of all values that satisfy the solution to a problem. We will get an example for that when we take notes on it, okay? But a solution set is the set of all values that satisfy the solution to a problem. A variable. A variable is a letter or symbol that represents an unknown number. A letter or symbol that represents an unknown number. For example, those same examples that we had up top. In 5x plus 6, 5 was our coefficient, 6 was our constant, x is our variable. It represents a number that we do not know, an unknown number. In 3z plus 2, 3 was our coefficient, 2 was our constant, z is the variable. That is the letter that represents the unknown number. Sometimes you might see a symbol like an 8 with that little star thingy. That star is our unknown, okay? I doubt that you'll see it, but just an example. The star is the unknown, okay? Now, an expression. An expression is one mathematical sentence that contains letters and or numbers. Okay? It's one mathematical sentence that contains letters and or numbers. Okay? These are expressions. I have letters and numbers in this expression, but 5x plus 6 by itself, that is an expression. Expressions do not have equal signs. They do not have inequalities. Okay? So that is an expression. 6 plus 5 is an expression. Okay? It doesn't have to have numbers. It said and or numbers, which means it does not have to have both in it to be considered an expression. Okay? The only thing an expression does not have is an equal sign or an inequality symbol. Got it? X plus Z. That's an expression. Okay? Now, with simple interest, it's interest paid on the original principal in an account, disregarding any previously earned interest. And we're going to hop into that in a minute. So I just need you to write original in that blank. On compound interest, it is interest that is computed on the latest balance, including any previously earned interest that has been added to the original principal. Okay? When you're finished, set that to the side and get ready for notes.